A famous speaker once said, always open with a joke. So there were two apples in an oven, and one apple turns to the other apple and says, "Man, it's getting hot in here." The other apple turns back and says, "Ah, a talking apple!" In my last video, I said that this was a Black Sabbath shirt. My Ultra Bad. It's actually a Black Label Society shirt. What was I thinking? Well, congratulations everybody. You voted unanimously on Go for the EAG. Now, when I say unanimous, I mean that everybody that voted all voted yes. We are now the EAG. As EAG members, you are entitled to do the following. Be easily amused by Mr. Monkey Coconut. Come up with alternate meanings for the letters in EAG. Tell others. And watch every new video that I post whenever I get around to posting them. I promise I'll try to make it at least once a week. Well, now that we got all club business out of the way, I wanted to talk to you again about the land of the dirt people and exactly what that means. See, I grew up in the 909. This is something that I have come to accept. But the real catch is we think here in the 909 that we are all civilized and have things. But we fail to think that life is different in other parts of the world. I did a few gigs in downtown LA recently, which is actually only about an hour and a half outside of the IE. And in case you didn't know, the IE is the Inland Empire. And in case you didn't know, the Inland Empire is Riverside County and San Bernardino counties. The gig was in the middle of downtown Los Angeles. In case you've never been there, they call it a concrete jungle for a reason. See, the building that I was working in was only 13 stories tall. 13 stories? That's way more than anything in the IE. But all the buildings around it were like 30 stories tall. So much so that if you were standing in the parking lot, you'd only get sun on you at about noon. The rest of the time, there's a tall building blocking the sun from getting in. We just don't have anything like that in IE. It was all new and strange to me, because I was sitting in the parking garage on the bottom floor underneath the lobby of the building we were working at, and I suddenly realized that there were 13 stories above me. Well, being from the IE, I started thinking about what would happen if we had a very serious earthquake while I'm sitting at the bottom of this 13-story building. There's 13 stories worth of concrete above me. You bet I'd be running out of there real quick, like. Maybe I'd get out in time to see all those really tall buildings knocking each other over all domino effect style. Never seen that movie. You see, the thing is that you don't really realize how dirt people we are in the IE until you leave the IE. When I was coming back from Los Angeles, the closer I got to home, the fewer the buildings were, and the more dirt there was. I suddenly felt like I was going back in time to ancient, savage, desert, living in the middle of nowhere people times. Even though I know that we're somewhat sophisticated in the IE, it still felt like I was traveling to the middle of nowhere. So I can understand why people who live in the OC or in LA don't really like coming to the 909. I don't blame them. But I grew up here, so it's in my blood, and I like it here. I can't really see myself going anywhere else. Maybe except to the beach or something. We don't really have a beach in the 909, but we have a river. That's right. Riverside is by the side of a river. Yeah, I lived here for like a long time and didn't know that. Well. Sorry guys, if you live in the 909, I mean no offense to you. I am one of you. I promise I am. I mean, look at how I'm dressed. Is this not the kind of shirt you would expect somebody in the 909 to wear? I will say though, the one thing that I brought back from the OC with me after I moved back here from living in Bennett Park, sandals. That's what they do in the OC. They wear sandals. Just like I said in the first video, my cell phone just buzzed. Who could be texting me? Ooh. But make sure to have fun.